So when I used to be an engineer... I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? 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 Holy shit!
Careful when you pour it. Hold it steady upon the counter, let it set. Pour it in until the coffee reaches the line. Pop a top on it, gets a lid every time. Wendy's coffee tastes so fine. Hot drinks really get you going. Warms you up when you feel you're slowing.
The hot tub stream is getting closer and closer. Holy hell! That's a lot of subs! That's a lot of subs! Kel! Holy hell! My brain. What?
Get a small cup when you're ready for.
Kel. Holy shit, Kel. From the top goddamn rope. Kel, thank you for 100 gifted subs. Yo, if you got a gifted sub, welcome to the Bahamut. If you dodged, I'm sorry. Whoa. Yeah, hot drink sip, Kel. Cheers. I cannot thank you enough. That is spicy 100 bomb mid. Yeah, just my brain just melted. Holy shit. Kel, thank you again so very much. I'm gonna get us into the draft. Thank you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Omega shout out to Kel, who just dropped 100 gifted subs before we get into this best of 3 for the Raven Court in-house. Give me 1 second. I just need to do one thing. My brain just like shut off. My brain just shut off. Holy hell. Holy crap. When it rains, it pours! Holy crap. Heroes Lounge, thank you for the raid. We just got 100 gifted subs, so my brain's broken. Heroes Lounge, thanks for the raid. Thanks for thinking of me. Wow, indeed. If you got a gifted sub from Kel, welcome. Thank you. Holy jeez Louises. My name is Bahamut. Welcome back to the Raven Court In-House League. You are just in time if you got raided in from Heroes Lounge. We're just getting into another best of 3. Yeah, the wows indeed. Dear Lord, my train of thought, I don't even know where to think right now. We're in the Raven Court EU League. I keep repeating that. It's best of 3s. We're in our second best of 3 of the day. We have 3 best of 3s. We just saw our first one. We're getting into the second of the day. This is Meta Madness draft style, so heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps, but the bans at the top of the screen do not pertain. I don't know why I closed my notebook. I don't know what's going on. The bans at the top of the screen do not pertain to that list. So let's say, for example, there's a first pick Genji. That means in map number 2 and potentially map number 3, we will not see Genji available, but Sergeant Hammer could be picked in map number 2. Now, if you're wondering how we got to...
All hung up on imaginary problems.
Oh, these are real.
Focus on what's real.
These are real, and my brain is the thing that won't work right now. Thank you, Stark. Coin flip was won by Dynouh. First ban was Dragonshire from Ultralisk, as well as Braxis from Ultralisk. Sky Temple and Tomb of the Spider Queen were banned up by Dynouh. Map choice will be Ultralisk, as they did not win the coin flip, and they didn't choose first pick, and that will be Garden of Terror. I apologize for being all over the place. Kel dropped 100 subs, and my brain just shut off. My brain went clunk. My brain just went clunk. Holy crap. Thank you so much. I just need to, just do this game's draft or all good. You have no idea how much that helps, and that is just really, really generous. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to also look at what we have for sub goal ideas, and okay, I have it. We'll fix the sub goal stuff after this game. Thank you again. Sorry, I know I keep repeating myself, and I know I'm all over the place, but yeah, that's just ridiculous generosity. It's not like we don't even have like a subathon or anything. It's just Kel from the top of the mountain was just like subs for all of you, Thank you again, Kel. If you want to know more about the Ravencourt EU League, if you want to donate towards the prize pool, if you would like to check out their website or join the Discord, you can use !Ravencourt. We also have a bracket. It's over on a Liquipedia, so if you use !bracket, it'll get you over to Liquipedia, and then you just scroll down, you can see there's already a game that's happened today, so there's a spoiler on that website. But we start out with a Blaze Brightwing Diablo on the side of Team Dynouh. We'll have a Dahaka Rhaegar for the side of Team Ultralisk. Excuse me, my apologies. All right. And last but not least, as a reminder, these are all going to go up on YouTube. I will be adding in spoiler-free content at the end. So if this is a 2-game series, I'll add enough time on YouTube so it's an hour-and-a-half VOD, so you don't know who wins. That kind of thing. Or you don't know, like, if it's a best of 2, or if it's a 2-game or a 3-game. So just one of those things that we're doing as well. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. God, I'm all over the place. Dahaka, Rhaegar, Muradin, Sylvanas. Okay, so we still need a little... We could actually do Hypercarry Sylvanas with the side of Ultralisk. Team Ultralisk could go into a Kerrigan here. I feel like that kind of fits their motif a little bit. Could be a Kira as well. Ultralisk likes to kind of play some of those niche-er heroes. Left-hand side, though, it is a Hanzo Zeratul. So massive aggression from Team Dynouh. They want to take a dominant map number 1 with this Hanzo Zeratul. Though, how do you want to wrap this up? As I said, like, Kira could be an option. Ultralisk is one of those players that really likes to kind of lean into Kira, lean into Kerrigan. And I think it could work here with the Stormbolt, Drag, Slows of Rhaegar. Could see a Mind Control Sylvanas as well. The Wailing Arrow's probably going to be the play just to make sure that they silence the Zeratul so we can't dip, dive, and dodge out. Oh, they're going to go Malthael, so it is Hypercarry Sylvanas. They're going to do the solo lane sandwich. They're going to have Dahaka in top or bottom, Malthael in top or bottom, vice versa. You've got Muradin, Rhaegar in mid, and then Sylvanas is kind of jungling, if you will. She'll also probably take over for some lanes, like Malthael can break off a bottom or whatever and go grab a Bruiser camp or a Siege Giant camp. Dahaka the same, so maybe Sylvanas rotates in to help or clear out the wave. Man, this is a good draft from both sides. Once again, biggest shout out to Kel. Thank you so much for the 100 gifted subs. I seriously cannot thank you enough. I cannot thank you enough for that. That is insanely generous. You're not a legend, you're a simple man enjoying some hots. No, you know what you are, Kel? You know what you are, Kel? You know what you are, Kel? You're a VIP, that's what you are. Start prediction. Which team wins Garden of Terror? Team Ultralisk. Okay. Legendary Hots Enjoyer. MVP Hots Enjoyer. All right, map number 2 has begun, or map number 1, sorry, has begun, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I was trying to switch my T's around. On the left-hand side with the Gamble up and available, we have Team Dynouh. We have Captain Rex on the Brightwing. Joe on. Oh, you get 1 per series, chat. You get 1 per series. Joe on to play Diablo, Dynouh on the Hanzo, Rutso on Zeratul. And last but not least, we've got everyone's favorite EU hero, Blaze, played by Dequaza. To the right-hand side, we are looking at Team Ultralisk. This is going to be your Shelvin, not Shevlin, Shelvin on Rhaegar. Opaka to play the Sylvanas. Ultralisk will be playing Malthael. In mid lane, we've got Death Knight on Muradin. Bottom lane, it's Unforgiven playing Said Dahaka. Hanzo gonna go auto attack at level 1. Gotta note that really quickly. Looking for that auto attack speed. Could see sharpened arrowheads at level 7. Could see a bit of a mixture with cooldown reduction at level 7 as well, with the Never Outmatched, I believe, is the talent. You redeemed Go Get a Drink? Oh yeah, no, I have 2 cups of tea now. I have 2 cups of tea now, thanks to you. In a good way. I look away for a second to double check some audio, and that will be First Blood in favor of Team Dynouh, Diablo to be able to get the displacement into Malthael, and he'll be picked off in front of the fort front gate. Death Knight in the mid, still soaking up, and we have Dahaka in bottom. He did go enhanced agility at level 1. And this will just be cleared out safely. No major aggression early on. We've got some camps here and there to be grabbed by both sides, but I guess you could say the aggression early on was that kill onto Malthael. It's not going to be a ton of experience. You can actually see right here, a first blood yielded 293 extra experience for the side of Team Dynouh, and that's why they're so far ahead. Look at that gigantic experience gap. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god. 293 extra experience. We do have a DC, and yeah, that'll be a pause. That's expected. That is expected. We have a DC, so we pull ourselves out of the game for competitive integrity, and we are going to wait and see what happens. In that meantime, I can go ahead and finish this cup of tea. Maybe for the third best of 3 of the day, maybe we get some beers. We do a little beer cast. Maybe we do a little beer cast. Maybe. We'll see. I've been better and better about my consumption of alcohol. Just trying to have less of it. That's really it. Like, it's nothing like, oh my god, it's raging. It's just, it's one of those things, like, if I can have less, why not? You know? If you just can, if you can drink less of a poison, why not? Faff, and thank you for the redemption. We'll do it after this game while we're waiting for the second lobby. So Sylvanas is back into the game. We had a tiny little pause here. Our Diablo player is getting a little bit low. Tiny Kitty, thank you for the raid again. Thank you for thinking of me once again, as you have raided into our second best of 3 of the day. This is live as well. Sylvanas will go down. Another kill over to the side of Team Dynouh here in the Ravencourt EU League. If you want to know more about the league, you can use exclamation Ravencourt. If you want to know more about the bracket, exclamation bracket, because Hanzo got picked off. Diablo to go down. It's 2 for 2 in kills. Tiny Kitty, thank you again for thinking of us and for raiding on over. Hope you had a good stream.
The first seed is sprouted. Gather it, would you?
Oh, and we also have a delay on stream for those of you that are maybe wondering. There's a tiny little delay, so might take me a second or two to respond to you. Ignore all distractions from Hanzo level 4. So he'll have the auto attack range increase by 2 for 3 seconds. That gives him a range of like 8 point something. He outranges structures. I forget, it's like 8.25? It's 8.5. It's 8.5. His baseline is 6.5. Malthael's gonna get picked off, displaced by the Diablo, picked off by the Zeratul. Sylvanas says, you know what, we can't do anything with this, so let's go ahead and grab ourselves a camp for the bottom lane. First seed of Garden of Terror in our first map and our second best of 3. We'll go over the side of Team Dynouh. It's International Dog Appreciation Day. Is it really? It's good to know. Maybe I'll go to the pet store later on and grab him something on the way back from bingo. Every pro game I watch, Sylvanas dies the whole game. Well, because that's because the enemy team is prioritizing the hero that does the most value. What's up, Dark Duke? A pick onto Dahaka, unfortunately. Dynouh's able to get that last auto attack. And the siege in bottom lane will continue. Next siege spawning in the top right. Positionally, it's favoring the side of Team Ultralisk, but the aggression... Whoa! Aggression from this Diablo. Going in deep past the towers, trying to stay alive underneath the bell tower, and honestly, or underneath the fort, and will live somehow, some way. This Diablo is doing A-okay. Sylvanas gets picked off as well. Dynouh chased that down on the top of our screen. Oh my god, no way! No way How is Diablo alive? Diablo should not be allowed to be alive there. How many health bars are you hiding in there, Diablo? It's like Dahaka. Muradin went for a dwarf toss. Diablo went for the shadow charge. A little weird interaction. They both kind of stayed on their side of the lane. I guess there's not enough room for them to move in or out. Dynouh should have the kill here. Captain Rex actually tries to snipe the last auto attack. Muradin to fall. Be Crazy, thank you for the redemption. We'll do both of those after this game. 10 Talontiers here. Faster, of course, to the side of Team Dynouh as they have 8-2 in kills. Dragon's Arrow. Blink for the Brightwing. Bunker for Blaze. Diablo Zeratul holding. Are we going to get Apocalypse VP combo, or are we going to see Lightning Breath Might of the Nerazim? Maida Nerazim really, really good on those those mechanically savvy Zeratul players. It's gonna be VP Apocalypse, okay. The discussion was had, and they'll go for VP Apocalypse. Phase shift from Brightwing forced out as Dahaka landed a drag. It's not the worst thing in the world. Brightwing does have the phase shift cooldown at level 1. You still pull the phase shift out of her, so she can't utilize it maybe in the next team fight around the objective phasing. Though I say that, oh no, 10 talents here should be here in time. So it should be equal heroics at least. It's not going to be equal levels. We got a level and a half lead to the side of Team Dynouh. Oh yeah, the Diablo player's really, really talented. Okay. EU arrows always hit, haha! just, you have to when you have the opportunity, don't you? Level 13 still a level away. 1 out of 3 seeds for both sides. Dayquaza gonna start grabbing this. Unforgiven in the team no, because you have vision, global vision around the objective phasing. Zeratul is showing in top lane currently. Just want to point that out. Death Knight's vision. Whoa, whoa. Muradin tried to step in and delay and gets chunked for 75%. What would be my team if you could pick a 5-man team and 1 sub as a manager? Can the sub play for me and I can be the manager? Off the top of my head in the middle of a game, I don't know. I mean, the one name that comes to mind easily is Hazuabs. Hazuabs and Justing. Those two would be an easy grab. Legacy as well. Muradin with a Thunderclap Stormbolt into Diablo, but he's really not that threatened. It is 10 talent tiers, 13 talent tier advantage to the side of Team Dynouh. Ultralisk gets the mark onto a few. Big Soothing missed out from Brightwing. Another arrow goes by and says hello to the heap on the right-hand side of our minimap, but the fight still breaks out. Big jet propulsion from Blaze, the isolation onto Diablo. Wailing Arrow as well, but the disengage was already being had, and that Wailing Arrow more or less just says, hi, you're silenced. Apocalypse, good initiation onto the crab that was Rhaegar. Big jet propulsion locks Death Knight in place. Diablo, they wants to go in for the kill. The Twin Flames tickle the toes of Muradin, but they can't get the kill. All right, I got your answer. Hazuabs, Justing, Legacy, Cure, and I get hard carried. The sub/manager would be Cascon for drafting. There you go. There's your answer. I know it's a lot of NA players, but I like a lot of those. I like a lot of those people. There are also a lot of them I would consider friends, so that's also why too. First objective will come through, and a nice arrow landing from Dynouh. They get the pick onto Rhaegar before the Ancestral Healing can connect. A big VP, but Diablo's inside the VP. No Apocalypse to follow up. There was a jet propulsion coming in from Blaze, and Dynouh able to get another kill. Now this is a pick onto Malthael. He drops the last rights at the last second to try and take down the Diablo, but it's not going to work out. A beautiful achieved by the side of Team Dynouh, and this Garden Terror phase is going to take out the outer layers. The forts are all down, peeled away. Team Dynouh is like an ogre. No, doesn't work out. Anyways, structures are like an onion. They just get peeled back, and you keep finding more until you get to the center. Well, Diablo, nice combo, drag into tower shots as well as some bites on the butt from Rhaegar. Diablo will get picked off in the mid lane. His soul's to be expended. He's already back, as you see on your mini-map. And Unforgiven getting poked at here and there, wants to play it a little bit safe and won't step in too aggressively. Oh, Muradin goes down to, I think that was a scatter, a pick from Hanzo. Giant Slayer level 16. Sorry, I looked over for a second. Lie 4 to me. Thank you for the follow. Dragon's Arrow, followed up by just a Stormbow, not able to take down Unforgiven. Burrows under the ground. It's 17 to 14 in levels, 14 to 3 in kills, and a Jet Propulsion gets a big stun onto the enemy. The Ancestor Healing comes through in time. Muradin working his way back from the Hall of Storms. Another Jet Propulsion, but this one doesn't get the connection they're looking for. Ultralisk getting low on the bottom of our screen. That'll be the 15th kill to Team Dynouh. Yeah, sometimes you gotta tickle the toes of Muradin with your Twin Flames. And Team Dynouh living on the opposing side of the map. They're just living in the enemy's side of the map. Not even, well, no, they are going to grab camps. Okay, yeah. We have Dynouh grabbing a camp for the bottom lane. He's going to Hearth out for full mana. Next seed will be spawning on the right bottom side of the map. But of course, we've already had the Garden Terror phase to the members of Team Dynouh, so they still need to get 3 more seeds. 2 more necessary for Team Ultralisk, but without 16 talent here, our red team is going to be turtled up for the time being. And I think realistically, you just say, okay, we wait for waves to crash into us. We let the enemy have the next seed. We get our 16s. Great cleanse. Oh, wait. No, was that double cleanse? I believe he actually used his self-cleanse. Yeah, he used Inevitable End. 20-second cooldown, but you still also burn the Purge of Rhaegar, and he didn't go for the Purification, so that's a 60-second cooldown. Drag onto Dehaka. We have a VP onto the keep in the top lane. Zeratul with these huge cleaves. Dragon's Arrow comes through. It's a disgusting triple kill. Make it a quadra kill. Shelvin goes down.
Team kill.
Bottom keep that's already been taken down. Has Siege Giants arriving. Remember, Dynouh got those earlier before the Hearth out. They get the penta kill. The members of Team Ultralisk will fall, and this is map number 1 in our second best of 3 of the day. Going over to the side of Team Dynouh in a dominant 20-3 in kills. Oh, they could have lost one more, you know? It could have had a meme, but it's okay. God, man, another raid. What is going on today?
Welcome.
Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that squeaky week. Hope you had a good stream, bud. Welcome in, raiders. Okay, so let me show some stats. Let's pay out the bet. Never pick Sylvanas, you will lose. I think it's a small sample size, but okay. What's up, Kai? How you doing today, bud? Welcome into the stream. Alright, sorry, I'm just making some notes here really quickly. We got it. Let's get into the next draft. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Ravencourt EU League. We are in our second best of 3 of the day, and if you are wondering what the draft style is, I guess you could say, yeah, draft style. The draft style of Ravencourt EU League is going to be Meta Madness. Sorry, my brain wanted to say it backwards. But the Ravencourt League uses the Meta Madness style of draft, so heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps. So on the last map, we just saw Sylvanas. Sorry. We saw Sylvanas, Diablo, Muradin, Brightwing, etc. All those heroes are unavailable for future maps in this best of 3. The third best of 3, which will be coming up after this one, could be up next after this game, or could be after the third map. We don't know, because this is live. Will be reset. There's no baseline bans, so things like Lucio, Hanzo, they're not pre-banned out of the pool. But of course, and as always, the heroes that are banned at the top of the screen only pertain to the current maps. So Lucio, if we make it to a map number 3, Lucio could be picked and played. Now, Li Ming will be grabbed here for Battlefield of Eternity. We did see this earlier today. Whoa, that's a quick Genji Anduin. Man, they wanted the Light Bomb combo immediately. I heard that Ultralisk said Dynouh would never play Artanis against him. Damn. I hope Dynouh gets Vala. He plays an insanely good Vala. Ooh, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. There were 0 factors in that loss, just Sylvanas being picked, no other differences. Ah, yes, yes, of course you did have a Kappa in there. Ooh, Uther Stukov. Okay, so... Ah, that's what I was literally about to be like, dude, the Kerrigan's coming. I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to jinx it. But at the same time, this also could be a bit of a draft sort of technique that Ultralisk is using. They could have drafted this style in the sense of like, ooh, we're going into my Kerrigan, because this does, like, I was literally about to be like, Uther Stukov, double support with a Li Ming. Kerrigan fits into this like a perfect little puzzle piece. Like, it's like you have that corner piece and you're just like, oh, pff, done, easy. Still can go Kira. Ultralisk does like Kira. Could look for a Greymane as well. Wait, can we? Yes, we can. Because we, oh, well, yeah, Greymane could solo lane. We'd have to see. It's not very common anymore. Never mind. Greymane into Urel for solo lane, I don't like that. I don't like that, especially with Dauntless. I'd like to see something more standard for the solo lane. Like a Leoric or something like that. What do they want to do with this? Like, main tank Uther assumed. They could go into double Bruiser with a hyper carry Li Ming. Cho'Gall, I thought about it, but I didn't want to say it because I was like, don't put that in the universe without it being a reality, and it's not. It's not gonna be a reality. Unfortunately, we will see no Cho'Gall, but probably Leap Sonya. Yeah, this is a really, really aggressive composition from Team Ultralisk. Sort of, kind of a counter with the Night Rush and everything like that. Carrion Swarm as well. You can get Seeker Swarm at 20. We could get Dark Conversion, actually. But the Night Rush is a good way of just stopping anyone stepping in. You can get a sleep into the backline, and Jaina can play off of that as well. It's a good draft from both sides, but the Mal'Ganis is kind of the X factor. Mal'Ganis is kind of like, you don't say. There's a Mal'Ganis in this game. All right, let's see. Which team wins battle? Oops. Could not spell battlefield for a second there. I kept putting, I was like off row. I was like battlefield. Start prediction. There we go. Get your game. Get it. The Gaul is literally invincible. Yeah. Thank you, Ashmantle, for the gamble. All right, it has begun. We are in map number 2. Team Dynouh could make this a quick 2-0. We'll have to see what happens here as we load on in just a moment. Thanks again for hanging out, everyone. If you're enjoying the game, be sure to drop a follow here on Twitch if you want to support further. It's always much appreciated. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe because that does help push our YouTube stats up, and we can monetize the channel, make a little extra money, as we have got Team Dynouh on the left-hand side with Dynouh on the Genji, Dequaza to play the Urel, Captain Rex healing with Anduin, Rutso keeping him cold with Jaina, and last but not least, we've got Joanna playing Mal'Ganis, showing off that mastery. To the right-hand side of the map, looking to take us to a third map through Battlefield of Eternity. It's plausible. It's possible. We've got Darkmok on Sonya for Team Ultralisk. Holpaka to play the Li Ming. Death Knight on the Uther. Shelvin playing Stukov. And last but not least, we've got Ultralisk on the Alarak. You still have a few seconds to get your gambles in from when you're hearing me talk about this. We do have a little bit of a delay on stream as well, as we do have competitive integrity. You can... Telekinesis, Ultralisk is fine. I was a little worried for a second there. Night Rush onto 3, but I don't think there's going to be any sort of kill. Urel makes her way back into the top lane. And the bottom will just be this 4v4. I want to peek into the top lane, see how the start of this all looks. Ooh, wait, hold on. Genji in the rotation. Genji in the rotation. Does Darkmok get a feel on this? Does Darkmok... Darkmok might have gotten some information from the allies, like, Genji's starting to miss in bottom lane. Speaking of Genji, going to bottom. Big blizzard down from Jaina. Ultralisk is the target. Here comes Genji with some shurikens to the face of actually Death Knight. Death Knight moves in position to take some of that damage so Ultralisk won't get whittled too much. Deflect as well. Ultralisk looking to step in. Discord Strike at level 1. Oh, there was almost a reset for Li Ming. The overwhelming power for Alarak at level 1. Hitting an enemy hero with Discord Strike grants 40% attack speed and causes basic attacks to heal for 50% of the damage dealt for 4 seconds. I'm assuming we'll see Show of Force at level 4. It's an extra 20% that can be gained off the base 30%, so you'd max out at 150. Shelvin does go down. Anduin actually getting the last auto attack on that one. Peeking back into top lane. Sonya slamming, jamming, trying her best in this lane right now. Last getting last, not surprising. Welcome to the stream, bud. A Night Rush onto Uther. We get a combo out from Alarak as well, but the Fell Claws are a little too much, and Genji, Dynouh, gets the reset with a Swift Strike. Another kill over to the side of Team Dynouh. Oh, I just looked over at the bet. Yeah. Yeah, I can't blame that bet odds. But hey, you know what? If Team Ultralisk can win this, that's a nice payout for the believers of said Team Ultralisk. Level 4 almost here. Alarak not able to pick up any extra sadism just yet. 35 stacks on the Silver Touch for Uther. Genji picking up that Shuriken Mastery. We've got Piercing Light on the Anduin. Biotic Armor picked up at level 4. Oh, it's gonna be full Discord Strike build. Chaos Reigns at level 4. No Show of Force. After hitting 15 heroes, increased Discord Strike damage by 60. After hitting 2 heroes with a single cast of Discord Strike, increased the damage by 60. After hitting 3 heroes with a single Discord Strike, increase its damage by 100 and instantly gain all other rewards. So Ultralisk looking for the triple hit. Plausible. Doable. Especially with Yrel, Mal'Ganis, Genji, you kind of want to get into your face. Pull away our talents here as a Night Rush comes out from Mal'Ganis. Captain Rex poking here and there. Death Knight not going to get stunned, but the target might just be Ultralisk. Death Knight so very low. No! Ultralisk will go down. Or excuse me, Death Knight goes down. Ultralisk able to back away and throw some damage into Rutso. Darkmok to make a quick rotation to bottom lane as that Fallen Shaman gets cleared up by the tower shots. And Sonya clears out that objective, excuse me, the Fallen Shaman in bottom. Objective phasing. Currently leaning in favor of Team Dynouh. Nice bop into the stun of the Immortal, followed up by a Chastise. Darkmok still full slam build. No Hurricane level 4. Hurricane level 4? Yeah, Life Funnel 7, right? I might have those backwards. Somewhere BRB Soaking knows this. Good stun onto Dynouh, who immediately tries to jump in, but a Blizzard meets all of that with a Chastise from Anduin. Death Knight, once again, so very low, tries to heal up and tries to give the Well Met. It's not enough. Though I will say this, the Silver Touch is finished out. Excuse me, not the Well Met, the Holy Shock. Different name. Right animation, different name. But it is still a double kill. The double support not really working out for Team Ultralisk here in the early game. And a third kill, this one into Alarak. I don't think he had any sadism. No, he had 0 sadism because, yeah, the math is all there. Yrel with the Divine Steed to instantly mount up. Li Ming trying to throw in some combos onto the Immortal, but this will be the first Immortal phase in favor of Dynouh. And this will go into bottom, I think? Top. I didn't see that. I thought bottom. I thought top had a sliver of damage on the fort or something like that, but no. Misread on the minimap. So just over 1,000 damage into structures, probably around 13,000 something HP, and a small chunk of shielding as well. Uther main tank is so very bad. I mean, Death Knight main tank Uther is actually something a lot of people talk about and have a lot of respect for, but in this situation, it's a stronger team with that Genji right now. Genji Jaina getting so much value. I mean, Dynouh drafted a stellar team as well. We already sang the praises of this tank player, Joanna. Rutso, of course, on Jaina has been really strong. We saw it earlier today as well. Chastise gets a piercing value, getting a stack for the Anduin, one extra percent on spell. Dynouh considering to take down the fort here with the Genji. Yrel might be the one to jump in and just tank some of those tower shots with her Dauntless level 1. Oh no, Ultralisk! And now Death Knight's running the wrong way, unfortunately. Man, Team Dynouh Team Dynouh looking just... Team Dynouh looks like the team to beat so far for the Ravencourt League. Oh, spear not connecting there. But today we're going to see half the teams. Tomorrow we'll see the other half of the teams. Tomorrow will be... Skog versus Cure, Skog versus Madara, Cure versus Madara. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on today. We're only in our second best of 3 of the day here. Sorry, Bandit chewing on his foot again. $10 to 8 in our levels. The Ring of Frost, X-Strike. We do see Carrion Swarm as well as Light Bomb and Ardent Defender. But I mean, the Light Bomb was expected. It was a 1-2 snap immediately from Team Dynouh with the Anduin Genji. Cycle through the other numbers right now. 60 stacks, or at least, I think that's just the first reward finished by Alarak. Actually, it might have been the second reward. Light Bomb, Genji jumps in, X-Strike as well. The stun from Uther, Dynouh taking too much damage, gets the deflect. Shelvin goes down. And Captain Rex is alive? What is this? I swear to God, Team Dynouh's just got cheat codes on or something like that today. I say this as a joke. I don't actually think they're cheating. It's just the way that they live through some of these fights. It's just like, how are you even alive? I mean, the answer is a lot of it is Captain Rex. Captain Rex has had some fantastic healing today. But of course, the individual play from every single player has been on point. Nice little wiggle away from the Arcane Orb. Dayquoise to clear things out in top lane. We got Jaina to start working on the race here for the Immortal, or on the Immortal. Genji to help out as well. Weaving those shurikens in between the autos. Mal'Ganis is OP. That's why he's never played, exactly. He's so good, there's just too much respect. I'm actually quite surprised we have a Mal'Ganis this game, but it's looking good. It's being played well. Night Rush, Holpaka avoids it with a blink away. By the way, Massive Shove, Deadly Charge, Leap, and Wave of Force. So will the 10 Talontiers make any major difference for Team Ultralisk? Darkmok gets the spear onto Yrel immediately. Solo laners brawling on the left-hand side. To the right, it's a huge Light Bomb onto 2. Ring of Frost does not connect because the Divine Shield from Uther's on time. Death Knight trying to get away. Anduin's the one to get picked off. That's a reset for Li Ming, but can she find another? Lurking Arm goes down on the ground. You have the low blow from Stukov. Cleanse onto Sonya, and now I think Mal'Ganis is going to try and... Nicely done. Carrion Swarm to heal up as well. Vampiric Touch heals for 75% of Carrion Swarm damage. Oh, whoa. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Carrion Swarm doesn't get the value we were expecting. And in this moment, 2 kills go over to the side of Team Ultras. They start to gain some experience of their own. Sonya goes to bottom. And now this Immortal, we're about 10 minutes in. Let's check the Immortal stats here, because I really don't know. Probably like 1,300 or so. Oh, it's dealing 666 baseline. That's nice. Pretty metal for Belith. 1,332 damage into structures, 17,900 points of health, and we get a shield of... How much? I think it was like a little less than 50. Yeah, it has 9,000 points of shielding. Light Bomb Anduin, or excuse me, Light Bomb Genji combo into Uther as I was just looking away. I was looking at something on the minimap and then I was just like, oh, I hear the Light Bomb, and that's a dead Uther. Ghost heals will expire, and this Immortal phase gets how much value? Oof. Not a whole lot of value in this top lane right now.
The demon's attack has failed.
Is this Meta Madness? Yeah, the draft style is Meta Madness, so heroes that are picked and played in previous maps of the series are unavailable. So in the first map there was a Muradin, so he's obviously not available for this second map. But of course, when we get into our third best of 3 of the day, the hero pools will reset, and there are no baseline bans. So all heroes are available. Of course, you do have the top screen bans, you know, the 6 bans at the top of the screen, but those only pertain to the map draft. Level 13 is almost here, and all Team Ultra is still chasing in. They want to try and make something happen. Trying to make something happen here. Looks like they can't achieve that. Full disengage out from Team Dynouh. Immortal phase will be spawning in the defensive positions, yes. We naturally always see, if you're new to Here's a Storm watching or anything like that, or if you just don't know this, naturally on Battlefield of Eternity, you always see the setup for the blue team's Immortals. So shielding being your defensive, Axis being the one you have to burn down. Mal'Ganis gets the leap of faith, and it's going to be unfortunately not good. Captain Rex being pulled back, and oh no, the Li Ming wave of force! It doesn't matter, they still get the kill, and that'll be Li Ming though traded in all of this. Yrel jumps in, Divine Shield forced onto Stukov. Darkmok on the left-hand side of our screen getting a little bit low. Leap in from Sonya, she's gonna try and make the play, the Discord Strike gets the kill! But now can Dynouh get a counter kill? Absolutely, it's a bit of a bloodbath, 3 for 2 in favor of the side of Team Ultralisk. They're looking to maybe chase someone down, but the mobility between Dayquoise and Dynouh is just a little too much. And this chase, I don't know. Ardent Defender is 40 seconds away. Hand of Freedom gets more mobility as well. Immortals have spawned. Ultralisk a little hungry for this potential kill. Dynouh in the bush. Genji should be permabanned. Yeah, why not? We see enough of it already. But here's the little fun fact. So if I were to swap between visions, if you look at the minimap, the shield will turn to axes and vice versa. So little tidbit if you're ever watching Heroes of Storm and you're like, oh, what is the setup for the Immortals? You're naturally, unless someone's holding the vision key, like I am right here, that is the setup for the Immortals. You see the blue setup. Or the left-hand side team setup. Dynouh jumps in, looking for a little start. Excuse me, a little race start here. I'm just looking at the Alarak. Blades of the High Lord for him. Okay. Alarak's max sadism can be 170. 30 from the base. Actually, no, 180. No, 60, sorry. Wrong way. So he had 20 removed as well. Leap in from Sonya. Light Bomb X Strike from Genji. Ring of Frost down from the Jaina. Just so much being thrown out, but the Divine Shield on the Li Ming, she's going to live for the time being. Death Knight's so low. Alarak's sadism reset down to 90. Opaka gonna try and find some resets of their own. It's a 2 for 2 currently. We do have those ghost heals for the time being. That does expire. Dynouh jumping in, trying to get more value, trying to take down Stukov. Wave of Force pushing things back. Top lane fort does fall to the fallen shaman here. Bottom lane, keep front gate taking a bit of damage. But Genji poking onto the Immortal. Looks like Shelvin has to heal up a little bit with the well tap. And we get into our 50% mark for this objective phasing. No 16 talent here on the side of Team Ultralisk. They're just a chunk of experience away. And actually, they're not going to go for the bottom lane clear. Jaina up in 2, Anduin up in 4. And it seems like it's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be a step into fight. Sonya's leap is just off cooldown. Just came off cooldown. Night Rush out of the bush from Mal'Ganis. Dynouh going to try and Hearth out here. But Alarak's max sadism is 160%. 30, 40, and then minus 10. Nice ice block from Rutzo saves them for the time being. Darkmok on the left-hand side trying to create some harassment. The blind is a bat from Joanna. Gets some damage, but it's met by an Uther stun, a lurking arm, and a reset for Li Ming. Captain Rex on the left-hand side will be fine. That's going to be a deadly charge from Ultralisk, but I thought they had the kill. The deadly charge not dealing enough damage. 109 sadism for Alarak. Let's check where the sadism's coming from really quickly. 10% from talons, or excuse me, 3% from takedowns, 16% from the autos at level 13. But now Alarak trying to chase in. Captain Rex is the target. Can they get this kill? The lurking arm down from Stukov. Divine Shield once again from Uther, and now Anduin to fall. Dynouh jumps in. What are you doing, Dynouh? What? Nice Righteous Hammer does get the kill onto Sonya. Death Knight, yeah, they're trying to poke onto Death Knight here. Yrel's in the bush. I think they know this, but they just want to race. Deadly charge, charging up. Alarak going in for the Jaina. She's going to get the ice block immediately. Tries to go for the ice flows. Drops the Ring of Frost, but it's not going to be enough. Ultralisk looking for those autos. The rewind, excuse me, the well met from Uther. Benediction. God dang, wrong talents. Alarak does not have a whole lot of mana, but the Lurking Arm is pretty good. There's a lot of damage onto this Mal'Ganis, who gets the Night Rush. 11 on Genji, 4 on this Anduin, 36 for the Jaina to go on their death timer. Sonya about to respawn, and this Immortal phase will go to bottom lane, favoring the members of Team Ultralisk. Woo! All Alright, Immortal down to bottom lane. Big bad Belith in the bottom, dealing 1,724 damage with 24,200 points of HP. And how much is that shielding? How much shielding does Belith have? 6,499 points of shielding. Alright. That means that Belith will attack. The Immortal will attack from range until that shielding does go down. You'll see the reddish swirl disappear, but hold on, the fight in the corridor, this is a lot of damage onto Alarak. He does get a Divine Shield and thinks about stepping back in. Dark Mach had a flank leap in, and that was a bit too aggressive. Dayquaza now going to try and chase things down. Alarak sadism reset. Dynouh gets to live. A Ring of Frost from Jaina doesn't get the lockdown on the whole pocket that they're looking for, but the new target is going to be Death Knight as the massive shove just puts Mal'Ganis right next to Death Knight. And, hey, thanks for the assist on that kill, Stukov. Oh, he's still alive. Someone will get the last auto attack onto Death Knight. Actually, I think they were purposely trying to delay out Death Knight's death timer. So he was just like, all right, I'm just going to run and kill myself. Actually, it's not a bad idea because then your death timer is at least closer to your respawning allies. That was a really good call from Team Dynouh. Delay out Uther. Force him to basically die. We don't see that very often. Usually teams go, oh, low health bar, time to kill. But the delayed out death was really, really smart. Really, really smart from Team Dynouh. 20 kills and level 20 for the side of Team Dynouh. Censure for the Anduin. We will see Jaina with a deep chill at level 20. Don't see that very often. Light Bomb, Genji, X-Strike. Woo! Goodbye, Ultralisk. Any sadism gained is back down to 90. That's a reset onto Dark... Oh, not a reset. Sorry, Dark Mach should have died there. Ardent Defender from Yrel gonna try and take down Shelvin. And now Dayquaza needs to get out. Dynouh so very low as well. Hopaka clears things out, and keeps are kept for the time being on the side of Team Ultralisk here in map number 2 of our second best 3 of the day. Team Ultralisk holding on. If they can get level 20s, that could be huge for them. Ooh, does Uther go redemption? Yeah, probably redemption for Uther. Sonya gets the Ignore Pain or Nerves of Steel. I always flip the 1620. I think it's Ignore Pain. I think Nerves of Steel is 16. Li Ming maybe Tau Rush's Elements. Stukov with the Super Strain, or the top off. Or maybe when push comes to shove. Alarak maybe gets the Counter-Strike. Could go Last Laugh, but I don't think so. I think it's probably Counter-Strike. Deadly Charge into Counter-Strike is often an Alarak play. But the Immortal phase is here. The first half will be given away, I do believe, by Team Ultralisk. Second, just making sure that ads are not going to pop up all of a sudden. No, we still have 44 minutes. Okay, cool.
I must find another way.
First half, as I mentioned, goes over. There's the redemption when push go. It is last laugh. Leap in from Sonya. Oh my God! Goodbye. Sorry, hasty bargain, not last laugh. Misread the talent right there. It's a different red-ish talent at 20. Night Rush onto Sonya. There's a lurking arm underneath her. Jaina dead for 50-some seconds. There was a wave of force on the Captain Rex. It is repulsion level 20 for Li Ming as well. Whoa! What is going on, Team Ultralisk? Hello? Though they can't just trade the racing on this. They cannot just trade the racing. Still 4,000 HP to go on this Mortal. We have bottom lane gonna lose a keep. Looking for maybe a kill into Dynouh here. Dark Mach, no leap available for 19 seconds. X-Strike to get away. No living weapon cooldown, obviously. Bottom lane keep will fall. And Li Ming's going to try and throw in some damage onto this. Yeah, they confirmed the bottom keep, but now look at the flank for Yrel. 2,573 HP on this Immortal to go. Death Knight sees it. Self-Cleanse is going to eat that stun. Ardent Defender as well. Keep goes down. Yrel gets away. They've got this Immortal. There's no way they can delay it out. Dynouh should have enough to take it down. But will Dynouh be punished for this? Leap from Sonya! Oh, no! A little misplayed there. Alarak and crew do get the kill onto Genji. Immortal will go into top lane. Bottom's got to get cleared out. I need to look at the Alarak Sadism. Did he use Hasty Bargain? I think he did. Sadism reduced from Talons. Sadism consumed from Hasty... Oh, wait, is it reduced permanently? Permanently reduced Alarak sadism by 4%. Whoa, he's used Hasty Bargain a couple times already. A few times, mind me. A few times Hasty Bargain's already been used. It's a 20-second cooldown. All right. Yeah. So I was looking at the sadism reduction from talents, but I didn't realize there was a whole another line of sadism consumed from Hasty Bargain. All right, with all this plus and minus on everything, Alarak's at basically base sadism. Alarak is basically on his base 100 sadism. 21 to 15 in kills. Let's go ahead and we're in the late game. Let's cycle through the other numbers. If you're wondering what the damage, heal, and experience looks like in the late game, let's go ahead and pop that up at the bottom of your screen while we wait for the next immortal phase to pop up. I think it's, oh wait, hold on. Death Knight's the target. Says hello with a stun. Divine Shield is forced out. And I think that's exactly what Team Dynouh wanted. I think Team Dynouh was just trying to force out the heroic because they immediately break away. Bottom lane has Impalers and a Catapult. That Catapult unsure of what to do. Did 0 sadism on Alarak? Oh. I guess, yeah, you could just keep using Hasty Bargain and reduce down to 0, huh? Can you go negative? Can you go negative, Stark? Have you guys tried that? Like, if you press Hasty Bargain too many times, do you go negative on your sadism? A little bit of poke here and there from Uther. We're just waiting for our immortal phase to pop up here. There's so much tension. Yrel jumps in with the Avenging Wrath, Righteous Hammer into the wall with the Templar's Verdict for the armor reduction. Sonya slamming. Alarak charging up his Deadly Strike. I think he canceled that really quickly. Unsure if you can go negative. Yeah, I was just wondering, like, if you can keep pressing Hasty Bargain until you go negative? I wonder. Okay, so the Light Bomb, Swift Strike in doesn't get the combo they're looking for, but X Strike, Ring of Frost, Ardent Defender still off cooldown. Deadly Charge, big Ring of Frost, no connection onto that one. Sonya leaps onto the backline, trying to focus onto the Anduin over on the right-hand side. Yrel's got some Righteous Hammers poking here and there. Genji's the one to go down first. That's huge for the side of Team Ultralisk, but now Darkmok will go down. They trade the Sonya for Genji. Rutzo's the target from Holpaka. Alarak gets a pull with the Telekinesis. And now a Wave of Force onto Captain Rex, but the big ball from Holpaka can't get a reset. Alarak wants this, though. He's going to chase it down.
Triple kill!
Team Ultralisk wants that map number 3. Can you blame him? Can you blame him? Night Rush from Mal'Ganis? No, he's just going to get out of here. Okay. Uh-oh. Yrel in bottom lane. She's going to get over the wall. They still have Stukov and Li Ming racing this, so this is actually still fine. Mal'Ganis, Yrel aren't expected to get a kill up against the Uther Alarak. Oh, actually, hold on. They're going to wait for the 50% mark, and they're going to go for a staggered death. Unfortunately, not going to be able to get it. Holpaka immediately rushes back to the Immortal race. A good attempt, a nice call to say, hey, maybe we can get a staggered kill in bottom lane, but the immediate like, nope, back off, race down the Immortal. This is just delaying things out and getting death timers to go, get closer for respawn in either race defense or even just Immortal defense. Now, this Immortal will go into the top lane, and it is more well defended as you have a gate and a tower. Bottom lane does have a tower, albeit on a sliver, a 52 HP. Now, Big Bad Belith for the top lane. 2,300 damage into structures. 32,700 points of HP. The Ring of Frost from Jaina, the Leaping from the Sonya. There's a Light Bomb as well. Down from the Anduin. X-Strike from Genji, still off cooldown. Looking to jump in somewhere, but Mal'Ganis goes down. Dynouh comes in. X-Strike gets a decent cooldown. Divine Shield onto Li Ming. She's going to pop in onto Yrel and will go down. Oh, no. What is going to be happening here? The invade onto the camp. The Immortal, as I said, the Immortal is chunky. 21,000 points of shielding. 32 of that is HP. Oof. Or excuse me, 32 points of health on top of that shielding. And over 2,000 damage into structures. 26 minutes into this map. Alarak gets a nice silence. Dynouh's able to get away. Or is he? Sonya getting a little bit low here. He's got to be careful. Captain Rex also. Oh no, Ultralisk sadism! Ultralisk down to 66 sadism. But Darkmock's still pushing up. And the massive shove pushes Dynouh away for just a second. I don't know if Stukov got the cooldown. No, he didn't. They're looking at Rutso here. Leap from Sonya! Dynouh jumps in, and ladies and gentlemen, something, 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 Uther never wins. GG, well played. You gotta respect Death Knight's main tank Uther. Says it cannot be used if you don't have enough sadism from the website. Yeah, but we know how tooltips are in Heroes of the Storm. We know about tooltips. Oops, wrong call. It's okay. You can always get them back. Just ask Stark. He loses them and gets them back a lot. That's true, yeah. Hey, we got a series on our hands. We got a series on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Choose outcome. Which team wins Battlefield? It was Team Ultralisk. The payout was a 1 to 4.55. It was a 78% to 22% for the gambles. Congratulations to the Ultralisk believers. Stark, you have a problem. Hey, Revolver. I think you've got a problem with not being able to type. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Ravencourt EU League. My name is Bahamut. If you're watching on Twitch, be sure to drop a follow. If you'd like to support further, it's always much appreciated. Thank you all for the raids today and all the follows and the massive gifted subs from Kel once again. If you're watching over on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe, as we will be uploading all these games onto YouTube, and I will be sure to add in spoiler-free content, and I will also be cutting out the section in between of when the map ends and when the next draft begins, so that way it's just games, draft, etc. So be sure to jump over onto the YouTube channel and follow there as well, or subscribe and like, whatever the terms are over there. But we're here on Infernal Shrines. Now, for those of you that might have joined us, if you're wondering, these are best of threes. We're on our second of 3 best of threes today, so we have another best of 3 coming up after this one. Banana versus Team Ultralisk. Right now, we've got Team Dynouh versus Team Ultralisk. We're getting into map 3 of Infernal Shrines. We did have a Dragonshire, Sky Temple, Braxis, Tomb of the Spider Queen ban. First map was Garden, won by the Team Dynouh. Second map was Battlefield of Eternity, won by Team Ultralisk. And as we get into this map number 3, it is going to be first pick priority chosen by Team Dynouh, Team Ultralisk choosing to take us to Infernal Shrines. I do love this map quite a bit. And last but not least, as I might have mentioned, or I might have jumped around a little bit, this is Meta Madness draft style. So heroes that are picked and played in the previous 2 maps, that being Battlefield and Garden of Terror, those heroes are unavailable. So we just saw Genji unavailable. We saw Muradin in map 1, he's unavailable. Now heroes banned at the top of the screen, those really don't add to that list, but that doesn't matter because we're here in the 3rd map of this best of 3. So now's the time to bring out your crazy interesting heroes. Not even crazy and interesting, but maybe even your some of your, it's not even like a pocket pick, because I'm looking at the Rutso Zarya, and what would you call it? Because I'm drawing a blank on the name of what would you call it? It's not like a pocket pick. It's kind of like like ace in the hole, maybe. I don't know. Whatever term, you know what I'm talking about, chat. But now's the time to bring out your best heroes to take a win in the series, because of course we are in a round-robin phase, and based on your wins and losses, that'll set you up for the bracket. So, of course, you... is this a double elimination bracket? It is a double elimination bracket, so obviously getting into the top 4 seeds will get you into the top of the bracket. Seed 5 and 6, as there are 6 teams total, will be starting in the lower bracket, so you don't get that extra tournament life from the top dropping down to the bottom. But as I mentioned, exclamation Ravencourt to check out more about the Ravencourt League, exclamation bracket to check out the Liquipedia, which has the round robin phase and the bracket and all the dates that you're looking for. As we get into all of this, we do have that Leoric, and there was a ban on Vala, so I know someone talked about it earlier. No Dynouh Vala. We have a Junkrat Maiev, Leoric banned away, Lucio Tracer, Vala. A first pick, Hogger, Zarya, Garrosh inside of Team Dynouh. Deckard, Cain, Sergeant Hammer over for Team Ultralisk, who are probably going to be looking at just a very defensive composition. And I wonder. The thing I'm wondering is, does Team Ultralisk try and... Where's Crush? Where's Crush? Where's Crush? What I was wondering is, will Team Ultralisk consider flopping? Flipping? Flopping? Tromping? Will they switch up the way that they're going to play Infernal Shrines? Typically, you have mid to bottom double soak rotations, but with the Sergeant Hammer composition, would they consider maybe just like chilling in top lane, having the Artanis do double soak between mid and bottom? I doubt it, but you never know. It could be something they throw in there to try and catch Team Dynouh off guard. Chromie, some great artillery into the Sergeant Hammer. This is a hyper carried Chromie. There is a Hogger who deals decent damage. Garrosh can walk up with the Indomitable. You also have the Speed Barrier and the Cleansing Barrier, I forget, or Shield, what's the name of the talent that cleanses the ally? I'm forgetting. Cleansing Barrier? That seems way too on nose, but then again, it is Blizzard, so. Last pick on the right-hand side, I don't think it's going to be Hyper Carry Sergeant Hammer. I think they want some sort of mage to poke in as well. Oh, it is! Huh. Hyper Carry Chromie versus Hyper Carry Sergeant Hammer. I like it. I like the draft from both sides. This is going to be a fun one, chat. Someone screenshot and send it to Crush quickly. All right, we'll start the prediction once we get into the game. Thank you all again for hanging out. Man, I'm having a blast today. I hope you are all as well. Loving that we have another Heroes of Storm tournament going on right now. And I already said it earlier, but big shout out to the admins at Ravencourt for putting this on, inviting us here, letting us do some casting. Much appreciated, and always happy to be, taking part in some Heroes of Storm fun for our community. Also, as a reminder, if you're like, oh, I don't like just hero streams, well, we do other stuff as well. We also do StarCraft. We have randomizer days. Fridays, actually, are typically randomizer days. We're doing Archipelago right now. Multi-world randomizer on Fridays. All right, chat. Which team wins Infernal Shrines? The gamble has begun as we are here into our third map and our second best of three. There is another best of three after this one coming up. It will be Team Banana versus Team Ultralisk coming up next. But right now, we got to figure out the victor of this best of three on Infernal Shrines with Hopaka on the Artanis, Death Knight to play the Joanna, Darkmok on Arthas, Shelvin playing the old man Deckard Cain, and last but not least, there's a Sergeant Hammer somewhere. There she is. I couldn't see Ultralisk. I was like, where is Ultralisk hiding? Couldn't see the model of the map. On the left-hand side, we are going to have Team Dynouh. Rutso playing their Zarya. Dynouh on the Chromie. Joanna with Garrosh. We have a Hogger spinning around by Dayquaza and Captain Rex to heal with Malfurion. As I had mentioned, the gamble's up and available. Who do you believe in? Who do you doubt? Your level 1s are at the bottom of the screen if that does sway your prediction. Sergeant Hammer, meanwhile, doing Sergeant Hammer things in bottom lane. Groundbreaker stopped by a swap of Artanis. That was pretty cool, not gonna lie. Wrecking Ball level 1, Unrivaled Strength at level 1. Wrecking Ball is the name of the baseline ability. We've got Demolitions Expert on Zarya. Building up those particle grenade, building up the particle grenade damage, as well as the radius. Yeah. There are, like, no Dynouh believers, which is so insane to me. People see Sergeant Hammer, they're like, nah, Sergeant Hammer wins. Either way. Camp for the bottom lane to be grabbed. We will see Invade? No, maybe, actually. This camp's still pretty early on. Groundbreaker to hit onto Ultralisk, who immediately boosts away. Hogger with a spin in. Nice direction from Dayquaza. Garrosh a little bit low on the left-hand side of our screen, down to 200-something HP. Artanis, Hopaka kind of wants this right now. Did go into reactive parry level 1, which is going to be physical armor. Captain Rex is the target, and this invade onto the camp is going to yield a kill over to the side of Team Ultralisk. First blood to our blue squad, our red squad. Death Knight, trying to wiggle around from Joanna. Had to be careful of Dynouh's sand. Didn't want to go to the beach anytime soon. All right, well, we got a little gamble going on. Thank you, as always, everyone, for participating in the gamble. Thanks for lurking, chatting, all that good stuff. It's time troubles? Yeah, I always flip the two. I always flip chronic conditions and time troubles. Plus 15 armor to allies, plus 30 armor to allies, minus 15 armor to enemies. And as always, if it does not specify between physical or spell, like you can see right here, 50 physical armor. So if it ever just says armor, that means physical and spell. For those of you that are wondering, much like Garrosh, Garrosh's baseline says that he gets armor. Garrosh gains 1 armor for every 2% maximum health, 2% of maximum health missing. So that is physical and spell. Just always like to clarify these things. Sometimes it's just kind of missed. Ultralisk sets up for a bit of defense in this bottom lane. Zarya, you're going to get some free stacking on those demolition experts. Actually, 3 free stacks onto Ultralisk here. Gets a little potion from the old man. Potion of rejuvenation? No, potion of shielding. Sorry, rejuvenation is the purple one, which gives mana. Arthas pushes up the top lane a little bit. 7 talent here, almost here. Garrosh kind of wiggling around. Catches the Arthas in the rotation. Gets the dismount. Howling Blast gets a stack, and also Frozen Waste level 4 picking up a few as well. Dayquaza with what's looking like an infinite bounce on this Hogger. I'm surprised we didn't get like any Tychus priority from either side. Tychus, I feel like, would have worked with either of these compositions. But Chromie does go down. Artanis diving in, getting that value. Hopaka making Artanis look real strong. But it's 36 and rising Skeletal Defenders. Dayquaza had that infinite spin. Gets swapped in. The healing reduction as well from level 4 Emerald. No, actually that was the Sins Exposed. Sorry, excuse me. Arcane Punisher goes over to our blue squad. Hopaka eats the jump in lane. Don't think the Artanis is too worried about that, though. I don't like sand. We've talked about this before on the stream. That line is so very good. The delivery is what makes it poo-poo. Like, the meaning behind it is actually really, really deep if you look into it. It's got a really, really good meaning. It's just the delivery of the line is like, oh. I hate sand. 3 kills in favor of Team Ultralisk. Death Knight comes in with a Condemn. No subdone from level 4, but you still get that value. Hitting 2 or more enemy heroes, you get that 80% slow. You also have the healing reduction from Sins Exposed. That's where you're going to see that negative 35. If you see anything higher than that, that's going to be Decker Kane's Emerald, because I believe it's a 75% healing reduction for 4 seconds. The big question, of course, is if we get to level 20, which is expected on Infernal Shrines with the way that this map plays out, will it be a perfect gems Deckard Cain? The other thing to consider, too, is what kind of Arthas are we getting? Is this a Army of the Dead Arthas? I personally would like to see Syndragosa with the composition that's been built. I think Syndragosa's utility would be huge. This Garrosh should get punished for this, actually. Yeah, playing a little too aggressive, trying to step into the backline. I know you have that armor, as we were talking about earlier, that trait of Garrosh, but it's just not enough. And with 7 talents here, and then some, Team Ultralisk have that Hover Siege Hammer. Let's cycle through the numbers. We can consider what those 10s are going to be. We already know that Chromie went into Slowing Sands. Gonna try and drop a bit of sand on top of Sergeant Hammer, but the potions are still being thrown out here and there. Darkmoth trying to get that Frozen Waste stacked up quickly as well. Last time we looked, it was plus 50 stacks, somewhere in that range. Hating sand and growing up on a desert planet. No, Lord Hakos, have you ever read into it? There's like layers to that statement. Like, a lot of bad things happen to, I was gonna say Anduin. A lot of bad things happened to Anduin in his life that took place around sand, from my understanding. There's some Star Wars fans in chat that definitely understand this better than I do. Neo Steel Plating activated by Ultralisk, able to boost away as well. Top lane. Oh, let's see, what do we... Oh, Arthas is still holding 10. It is BFG Hammer, so looking for that big bursting damage from the Blunt Force Gun. Bless Shield from Joanna, Stay Well and Listen. Suppression Pulse. On the opposing side, Warlord's Challenge, we already talked about the Slowing Sands, Tranquility, Disruption, or excuse me, not Disruption. Expulsion Zone, and last but not least, the Shockwave from Hogger. Whoa, top lane, they're going to try and look for Darkmoth, able to kind of wiggle away or at least sidestep the Groundbreaker. But while Garrosh has stepped into top lane, Sergeant Hammer's like, cool, I'll keep opening up things in bottom. Sanduin, yes. What's up, Sir Rift? Good to see you. Expulsion Zone thrown out by Zarya. Doesn't get much value. Looks like someone might have DC'd out of the lobby right there. You expected W? Yeah, I can see what you mean with that, especially with this map where you want to kind of stand in the bush and poke in and poke at the hammer and stuff as well, like Morbius loop, as we call it. Whoa, Darkmok is mega displaced. Army of the Dead will be popped, but it's not going to be enough. Wait, no, it isn't. The healing? Stay a while and listen comes out a little too late. The potions were being thrown out here and there. Blunt Force Gun from Sergeant Hammer going to be fired, and Dynouh avoids that with a timeout. So, good night, Death Knight. And unfortunately, even with more kills and a bit better siege, I mean, that's been had on the map, Team Ultralisk will lose out on a second Immortal here. Ultralisk actually should go down. Yeah, goodbye. Unfortunate right there. The tank will fall. Fallen Shaman in top lane. If this is left uncontested, though, no, Arthas is rotating up. Retso eats a couple tower shots, gonna get some of that extra energy. Alpaca looking for the Blade Dash swap potential. But the Mortar Punisher goes into mid lane. Arthas saves the top for the time being, albeit on maybe an eighth of its overall HP. Little speed barrier onto Hogger. Looking to run on in. Unstoppable competitor, that's the one. But it's actually just Zarya, it's actually personal barrier. Darkmok being thrown around. Indomitable for Garrosh. He also gets the speed barrier to run away. Army of the Dead activated by Darkmok as well. This Garrosh is down to 50% HP, just trying to zone back the enemy. Joanna eats the jump with an Iron Skin activated. And now the Punisher down to 50%. The Blunt Force Gun comes through. That's a lot of damage onto Retso, but it doesn't look like the Zarya is going to be falling anytime soon. It's actually going to be the Joanna to fall. Darkmok looking to run out of this one, but a toss in onto Hogger. Does he have the spin through? The spin should be enough damage. It wasn't the spin, but it was still Hogger who finds the kill, and Sergeant Hammer clears things out in the mid lane. She's going to be down to... Ooh, Garrosh wants to step in and find something. Swap from the Artanis pulls him in. Ultralisk taps the well, but keeps getting blasted by Dynouh on these sand blasts. Once again, the first time finished out by Chromie. She has a she has a second Echo, 3 sand blast to blast. Echo damage to 45%, by the way. The next Punisher is frozen in the top lane. I believe this is our third Punisher of the game to be spawning in... I think it's somewhere at the 11, 12, like 13-minute mark, somewhere around there. Maybe a little bit less than that. Maybe I'm over-calculating. Though Darkmok is split, and I think this will be a dead Arthas. No, he's actually going to be fine for the time being. Suppression Pulse comes in from the Artanis, and it's going to be Malfurion to fall. Here comes a Blade Dash swap. Huge shockwave in from the Hogger. Zarya will go down. The slowing sands are out. Hogger was put to sleep for a moment, but there's no follow-up CC for the time being. Hogger gets a spin before the Howling Blast and the Scroll of Sealing will connect. Now, Garrosh is trying to back out of this. I don't think he's got the Indomitable available. Doesn't look like he's going to be killed just yet. A lot of camps, though, to be grabbed across the map. We'll see if anyone can invade, maybe? Malfurion dead for 2, Zarya dead for 11. That's a toss over the wall into Darkmok, who's going to try and stay alive here, and the sidewall gets taken down. Darkmok gets away from the sand. No beach adventure for Arthas just yet, and it seems with a potion available and that shielding, we'll have Darkmok run to top lane, clear things out. Hogger going to rotate down to mid. Sergeant Hammer and crew are still sieging in, taking down this fort, but it's still very, very, very healthy. Suppression pulls down from the Artanis. The disengage will be had through mid. 16 talents here, just about here for both sides. Dense Blasting Powder trying to get the dismounts and clear out a little bit of the wave as well. Once we see the 16 Talonteers, we can cycle through some of the other numbers. Blunt Force Gun comes through. Dayquoise is going to be the target, trying to get a bounce out of this one. Gets a really good bounce off the edge of that wall, and no kill into Hogger. You thought it would happen, but unfortunately for the side of Team Ultralisk, they cannot confirm the health bar to 0. Wording. Very difficult. 17 stacks on the Howling, or the Frost Presence for the Arthas, so he's got the cooldown reduction and the range, and in 3 more stacks he'll root along the path. We do have the Frozen Tempest at upgrades, the Biting Cold at 13. Each second the enemy is damaged by Frozen Tempest, it deals 12.5% bonus damage, up to 50% bonus. And Remorseless Winter, enemy heroes that remain within Frozen Tempest for 3 seconds are rooted for 1.25 seconds. This effect can only happen once every 10 seconds. Do you want to point out also is the Ancient Blessings at 13 for Deckard and Heraldic Staff at 16. That glow on Deckard Kane's staff means he has the stun available. That's what that glow on his staff means, if you are wondering. Suppression Pulse down from the Zarya, time stop onto 2. Alpaca taking a bit of a nap in all of this from the Malfurion. Huge Scroll of Sealing and Heraldric Cube as well. Malfurion to get picked off. Team Ultralisk hitting a massive power spike at 16 seemingly, and they're just taking every single fight in their favor now. Bottom lane does have an Impaler camp, but I don't think they care. Actually, they did care until Alpaca was like, no, I'm going to double back. Alpaca was considering going down to bottom lane, but maybe going to look for some sort of Blade Dash swap into all of this. Chromie throws down the Slowing Sands, gets the vision onto Alpaca. 26 and more Skeletal Defenders rising in favor of Team Ultralisk as we cycle through the other numbers. Bottom fort does go down, as I had mentioned, but let's take a look at the damage, healing, and experience in the late game for map number 3 in our second of 3 best of 3s today. Self-shield on the Zarya, but this will be Frozen Punisher for the side of Team Ultralisk. I believe this is their first Punisher of the game, and they've got arguably the best Punisher behind them. I don't know, Arcane and Frozen are, you know, it really depends on how you're playing things, but the Frozen does get that structure lockdown. There's a toss from Garrosh, Expulsion Zone down from Zarya, Darkmok trying to live here. The potion can't get close enough, but the BFG comes through. Sleep onto Rutso, root as well from the Punisher, and that Punisher set up the kill into Zarya. You might be like, well, Arcane Punisher better. Well, the Punisher just assisted in a kill, so yeah. That's a 2-for-1 favoring the side of Team Ultralisk. You can't be too upset about that. Especially when you're going to take down the first fort against the enemy team of the game 14:45 in. I'd like to see them go double fort. Leave the Immortal, leave the Punisher, which they are doing, and go for mid lane. Try and open things up a little bit on the map. A lot of poke onto Ultralisk, who immediately just gets potions. Pops the Neosteel plating for the siege tactic value, as well as it's armor as well, right? It's physical and spell armor. Yes, I believe it's physical and spell. What's up, Tan? Good to see you today, bud. Punisher in the top lane, by the way, did get full front keep front gate, so still more value while this mid fort doesn't go down. Camp to be invaded. 20 talent here almost here. Hogger was showing in top lane. That's the reason we can see this invade onto the camp. Expulsion Zone, just a touch too late, but it's not that big of a deal. 45-second cooldown. You'll have that for the next fight. Whether the Arcane Punisher or the Mortar Punisher is better is situational, but we all know it ain't the Mortar, or excuse me, the Arcane and Frozen Punisher is better is situational, but we know it ain't the Mortar Punisher. That is very true. Sad Mortar Punisher noises. I mean, it does do stuff, but it's just not as good as Frozen and Arcane, yeah. Speaking of Arcane, we'll have that next in the mid lane. I believe that's the 4th Punisher of the game. I think our rotation is Arcane, Mortar, Frozen. I'm pretty sure that's the rotation of Punishers. 20 talent here. We're going to see the Ultra Capacitors for Sergeant Hammer. Does have the Giant Killer at level 16 as well. Radiating Faith upgrade on Joanna's Blessed Shield. Stay a While and Listen gets upgraded to Respect the Elderly, so there's a Silence and a Blind afterwards for 3 seconds upon waking up. We'll have Anti-Magic Shell on the Arthas, activate to make Arthas immune to spell damage for 4 seconds and heal Arthas for 25% of the damage prevented. And Artanis is holding 20. Obviously, it's not going to be Target Purified, because we don't have Purifier Beam at level 10. I would like to see the upgrade on Suppression Pulse. Get the double. Yeah, there you go. Orbital Bombardment. Zarya poking out here and there with those particle grenades. Howling Blast to be thrown out into Captain Rex. Darkmok slowed a little bit, but still 20 talent to your advantage. Hogger's grabbing a camp on the left-hand side. We got a massive amount of pings over here for some weird reason. Death Knight looking to step in. Blessed Shield's available. We've got 20s on both sides. Mortal Combo and Titanic Might. Synergy of 1620 on Garrosh. Piercing Sands on Chromie, but we've had that for a while. Malfurion, I can't believe they didn't get the kill onto Sergeant Hammer right there. I thought it was immediately going to be happening. Potions being thrown out here and there. Zarya's poke is whittling down Hammer, and they all just want to disengage at this time. Huge Titanic Might Mortal Combo. There's going to be the suppression pulse from the Artanis. A big stay while Listen comes down, but it's not as big as it seems. Joanna is hit with the BFG. Still doesn't take down this Garrosh, and things on the side of Team Ultralisk may have just fallen apart in this fight. Artanis can try and back away. Hopaka staggered into the wall. It's maybe even a staggered kill. Not really that staggered, about a 20-second difference or so. But the Punisher's up and available, and you do not want to be losing 2 members right as this Punisher pops up. Last but not least, we didn't really talk about the Grenadier. All particle grenade charges are returned at once. Hogger works on the objective phasing. Mid-keep is already taken down. 20 seconds on Joanna, 36 on the Artanis. And this might be Team Dynouh getting map number 3 here through this Punisher phase, but it's not over just yet. I do believe... Ooh, Darkmok eats a lot of sand right there. A little untasty, a little gritty. I was going to say Team Ultralisk have one more defense in them with this Punisher soon, but losing Sergeant Hammer could have been rough. Deckard clears out bottom. All right.
Blue team has summoned an arcane Punisher.
Little stat that makes no sense at all because it doesn't actually calculate anything incorrect in Here's the Storm. I once had a Mal'Ganis with 1,200 APM. Nah. Yeah, Heroes doesn't calculate APM very well. We've tested this. You can wall ride as Lucio and hold like SNA and get like an insane APM. Punisher's on core right now. Darkmok is trying to pull back the enemy. Sergeant Hammer still peppering the Immortal. The jump goes over onto the Artanis. Titanic Might Mortal Combo. Expulsion Zone thrown out as well. Shockwave comes through. The top lane keep will fall in all of this. Garrosh trying to back away with a couple hundred HP. Malfurion's Tranquility will be utilized. Darkmok on the left-hand side trying to just stay alive and poke at the enemy, but the Punisher down to 20-something%. Joanna will fall. The Punisher still wailing its way through this core. Sergeant Hammer to fall as well. The Mortal Combo, Titanic Might. Oh, it's going to be a quadra kill. Can they get the pentakill at the end? Yes, they can. And just like that, Team Dynouh takes map number 3 in our second best of 3 of the day. GG, well played. A fantastic series. So far, the best series of the day. Well, 5 people just got paid out because the payout was 1 to 12.38. 1 to 12.38. Thanks, Ashmantle. That'll be perfect while we get ready for our third best of 3 of the day.
Welcome.
Thanks for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hey, we have so many raids today. God dang. Thanks, Ashmantle.